Explorers. Today we are going to be looking at some of my sketchbooks I have made. Some of them are from college, some of them are more recent, but that is what we are going to be doing. So this first one I made has a pocket. I also did a very simple pamphlet stitch on the side. And yeah, use some scrapbook paper. All you do is just poke some holes in the side of your paper and stick some thread through it. And then that's going to hold everything together, all your folded pages. So, really easy sketchbook to make. Love it. Super easy. Go make one. This sketchbook right here, I had done another tutorial on. It's made out of a Pop-Tart box, but you can make it out of a cereal box, whatever you want. All I did was folded my pages and then stapled the side, and then to close everything, I have a little clip. So the next three books I'm going to show you are basic codex books that I've made. They are comprised of multiple signatures. That's those little packets of papers in each one. So all three of them are going to be very similar. This one you can see that I have filled it with paper completely, and that is specifically for drawing. I wanted it to be nice and flat and be able to use all of the pages, and with drawing it's going to stay flat. This next one is very, very similar to it. It is the same style, but how I created this one was I left more space on the spine, so I can use this as a mixed media, and it'll give me room to grow as I add stickers or whatever to the inside. And then this is the same situation. I wanted it to be some kind of mixed media sketchbook, so this is also a basic codex made up of different signatures and nice thick watercolor paper. These sketchbooks have not been used yet, but the more you add water to your papers or add paint, everything does kind of thicken up the pages, so I wanted to make sure I had extra space. This next book is about as easy as it can be when it comes to making a sketchbook, and especially one that really works well. So you can expand it, you can make it pretty much as large as you want. I used a bunch of different kinds of papers, different thicknesses of papers, different sizes of papers, and just hole punched them, and then added a ring on the side. Well, I added 2 rings on the side, and the front and back are actually artwork I found in an art news magazine. Okay, now we are moving along to accordion books. These are really simple to make. All I did was use paper, and you fold it and then cut it. And I like these because you can kind of make the pages whatever shapes you want. And then I added a book board to the front and back. You can use cardboard and wrap paper around it. So you're going to make your front and your back, and then all you do is just glue your accordion pages onto it. For this accordion book, I added a ribbon to the back, so then I can secure the ribbons to the front around this button, and it's going to hold it in place and make sure it's secure. And then I did the same with this little one. I did not attach the string to the back of this one, but it still has the button. You can see this accordion book has a lot more pages, and the pages are a different size. You can always add more pages to your accordion book and make it kind of as large as you want. And this one I simply made out of a paper bag and then some nicer art paper, and attached the button to the front. So you can see that if I wanted to, when I was making this, I could make the accordion even larger, but this one was pretty good for it being such a small size book. Okay, this next one is one of those what in the world are you thinking kind of ones. It is super easy to make. It is held together by 2 holes at the top, and this one was just one of my fun ones I wanted to make. So it has a front, a back cover. Those are both book board, some nice paper, and then the top I had some scrap leather and used that to hold everything in. And then that top page, that top board I had indented so I could bend it back and forth. Okay, this next one is kind of another fun one. This is a fan book, so it's going to open up like a fan. I even had paper that looked like a bird's egg, so I figured I would use it for this bird book. There's a metal post that connects everything together, and then the last thing I had done was added the feathers on top, so you cannot see the post. Would I ever use it? No. This next one is super easy, super tiny, super simple. All it is kind of like a teeny tiny little accordion book, and it is just glued onto the front cover. So the front cover is all one page. That's it. Easy peasy, nothing to it. This next book is a needle book where it holds my needle, so it has felt pages. And it is just a sewn binding. So I just stitched up the side and that was that. Okay, now we are moving on to some books that I do not remember what in the world the binding is called, but it's more complicated. I used a wax thread on these and I don't remember what it's called at all, but they look fancy. This one I can see has signatures and some stitching, but I have no idea what it is. One of my favorite classes I took in college was a bookbinding class, and I just enjoyed it so much and made so many books. This is not even all of my books, but I just enjoyed the making of it and learning new things. The only thing is that was a while ago, so a lot of the names I just cannot remember, but I just enjoyed it like crazy. Okay, and finally we have gone on to the very end. This is the fanciest book I ever made, and it actually has a protector layer thing. I don't know what to call it, but it contains all the fancy books that I have inside. So these are all Japanese stab bindings. I do not know the names of all of them other than they are Japanese stab bindings, and this one coming up right here, yep, that one is a tortoiseshell. That's all I remember. Anyway, so that is the fanciest thing that I have done in bookmaking history. They are fun. Am I ever going to use them? No. But they are pretty to look at, right? So that is it. That is all of my sketchbooks that I have made. It's not all of my sketchbooks I've made, but these are all the sketchbooks that I was brave enough to share. So I hope you guys enjoyed them. If you like this video, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. If you decide to make your own creation, use What Blue Made Me Do as your hashtag. I would love it. You can find me on Instagram, Etsy, and pretty much everywhere else. Happy exploring.